What if I told you that you can heal yourself and others with your hands, even from miles away? Hands, thought, and intention. What you're going to learn in this class is going to be incredible. We can say that the future of medicine and healing lies in what I'm going to teach you today. This is like a kind of seed that if you know how to work it from within, it can be an incredible blessing for you and your loved ones. Like I told you before, even from miles away you can heal. And this might seem like magic or something crazy, right? This is science, it's neuroscience, it's impressive, it's the theory of chaos, psychology, science, quantum physics. Impressive. I'm going to tell you an incredible story. First, incredible. So you understand that what I'm going to teach you today is science and has incredible power. And very few people talk about it, but if you're listening to this video, this class, God willing, you're going to receive an incredible blessing. Healing for you and for many more people. You can become a pure channel of healing for yourself and others, God willing. Listen to this amazing story. The famous meteorologist scientist Lorenz, several decades ago in the 60s, developed an incredible theory. He is an impressive, famous scientist. He said the following. I'll try to share the essence of what he said and taught. And I want to apply it to what we're teaching today, which is healing towards oneself and also at a distance. What did Lorenz say? What did Edward Lorenz say? What did Edward Norton say? Lorenz said, he said that the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil can cause a tornado in Texas, in the United States. Listen carefully. The flap, and this is science, the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil can cause a tornado in Texas, in the United States. Yeah, what is hidden in this theory? And this is what I want to capture at an essential level so it can help us deeply understand what I'm teaching you. To help you see this isn't magic or something vague. Is that what Lorenz's theory is like? I'll explain it to you as I understand it in a very succinct and summarized way. It's as follows. There's an action even as small as the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil. Alright, this small flap causes waves, it causes a consequence to the action. The flap, for example, if you do this, you'll feel air on your face. That is, the flap of a butterfly's wings causes a ripple effect. Very, very small at first. But according to Lorenz, that small movement of the butterfly's wings creates a small wave, a very small one at first. And if we follow it over time, the flapping is like a domino effect. That wave causes another effect and another ripple. And just think, millions and millions of wave consequences, one after another. Until potentially, obviously, it doesn't say that the same thing will always happen, but conceptually, potentially, a tornado could be triggered in the United States. Because of that small movement that began in Brazil from the tiny flap of a butterfly's wings. What are we talking about here? This is even stronger, as we grasp something powerful when the person clearly understands there is a creation here. God the Creator created us and created this world full of energy. Obviously, as I told you, so what I'm telling you here, science will tell you that it's true. Obviously, I'm going to introduce you. Topics like Emuna and Bitachon, absolute faith and trust in God, are considered the most spiritual aspects in Judaism. I understand it as the goat does. That is, obviously here, science and spirituality go hand in hand. Why? Because obviously everything is one and you have to know, and science obviously knows it, since we are pure energy. Think of yourself as an antenna that not only receives like a radio, but also receives and transmits a radio program. For example, right, you are an antenna that can also provide energy, and this is also something new. Don't think of yourself as just a receiver, like a radio that receives energy, and the energy just stays there, stays in your container, right? You have the ability to receive energy, which God actually gives you every moment. Your life is a great energy. It's constantly that energy that God gives you. Think about it. I invite you, put your hand, both hands on your chest, on your heart. Feel the beats, right hand over the left. Let's start with a very simple exercise, and soon I want to teach you an amazing technique. Personal healing for you. And if God wills it, for someone who could be thousands of miles away, whom you love, let's do it like this. Try to be in a comfortable position first, sitting up straight. Very good, with your right hand over your left. Then try to start breathing very, very calmly. Try to inhale. In 4 seconds, hold your breath. 7 seconds if you can. Exhale for at least 8 seconds. Keep your exhale especially long. Let's repeat the exercise, but this time add to it. You try to be 100% in the present. Be aware if you are in an outdoor place, for example, the breeze that caresses you, the sound of the birds, or sounds present in the environment. Again. Now go a little deeper inside. Try to be aware of the beating of your heart. Breathing again. Let's pause here. You have to understand, you probably noticed the beating of your heart. You have to understand. Obviously, your heart is an autonomous organ. It's not like you can press a button and basically give strength to your heart. Obviously, your heart beats thanks to God because the Creator gives you life, gives you energy, and that life He gives you, that energy that God gives you. You can also channel it toward beings you love, or toward groups, toward countries. This is obviously, as we said, a sound wave, or a radio wave. In other words, think about it, the wave is not, we see the wave from a radio. When the radio arrives and you turn on the radio or a television and you can turn it on, and what happens? It works. The wave exists, even if you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't do this, touch it, like a laser beam that goes like this, and you can see it. Not at all, as you know. Therefore, we are full of energy. We don't see our energy, but God gives us energy. He gives us life. And we can really give energy and love. Sending waves that are real, they exist. We don't see them, but they exist. Thank you, they exist. And really, you don't get exhausted, but instead you get stronger. Think about it. When you give energy, if you do it the right way, you don't end up exhausted from giving energy. You don't leave with a feeling that you helped someone. You had a good intention for someone else. You thought about someone healing on a spiritual, emotional, or physical level. That is to say, you filled yourself with energy. You were a vehicle to carry your intention and your light, the light, your divine spark that God gives you, and to contribute it to good places. Loving people is impressive and energizing. It doesn't drain you, but actually grows stronger. It's like a dynamo. It's a dynamo. If you do it right, it's about connecting with God, the Creator, and asking Him to help you help others. That you want to be the most suitable, clean, and pure person, like a conduit. You want to be a conduit of light. No ego, no desire for honors. Without saying I healed someone, no. I want, with my good intentions and love, to give your light, God, to someone who needs it. As I said, it could be a country or a group of people. You want them to get better, or to be healed, or to recover, or to become stronger. I mean, this applies to everything, obviously. If you have good intentions, and this isn't magic, like I told you, this goes hand in hand with science, with neuroscience, with quantum physics, chaos theory. I mean, I actually invite you to study today on the internet. Thank God there's a sea of information. You can study in places, in sources that are solid and reliable. Go study, comment what impressed you. Before continuing, I want to dedicate this class exclusively to Miriam Batsara, Miriam, the daughter of Sarah. May she have blessings, both spiritual, material, emotional, in every way. May she have privitin, zarhaya bekayama. I also speak Hebrew, as I usually do. Obviously, they are beautiful blessings. May he have, God willing, descendants for eternity as part of the people of Israel. And this blessing, obviously, is for the blessing of the whole world, all of humanity. God willing, may he have spiritual abundance, material abundance. May he be successful in raising his children. May he have all of this. May he be very strong, spiritually, emotionally, physically, in every way. May he have all the sweet blessings as part of the people of Israel. I'll use this chance to explain why I'm dedicating this class exclusively to someone and their families. God willing, this blessing is for their family and for everyone around them, their whole community, if he wills. To say, why do I dedicate this? This is something that is a great blessing, I believe. To our wonderful community and spiritual mentors, television listeners, success is our path and our channel is a true blessing. Because it is written, I say it in Hebrew, I translate it. It says like this. The verse says, Etz haim hila machazikim ba vetom cheha meushar. That is, I will translate it for you freely. That the person who supports the Torah supports that the Torah be multiplied, be taught. For that person who supports it, the Torah is a tree of life and basically achieves absolute true happiness. What more could we ask for? Tree of life, a happy life, a tree of life with blessings. Why? For supporting the Torah. Therefore, I invite you here, which is something new on our channel. I believe it is a great blessing, it is a great merit for the person who has the merit. With one click, with a few clicks, you can have the merit of contributing, so that our Torah can be spread throughout the whole world and to be part of our project, which is to teach Torah, to teach spiritual, material, and physical healing, to teach the Torah, the sweet Torah. God willing, to teach the voice of God throughout the whole world, God willing, in the way as best as I can, God willing then. Here in the video description there is a link that you can access, and there it explains to you how you can have the merit, so that it can be dedicated to you or to someone you want. It can be for a birthday, it can be for a wedding, it can be for healing, to get a job, to have blessings on a material, spiritual, or emotional level. Whatever comes to your mind. For example, if you want it for the elevation of the soul of a loved one, that is, for any kind of need you may have, you can have the merit of signing up here at the link. The information is there. And essentially, to have the merit of spreading the knowledge of authority worldwide. God willing, may it be a blessing for you, your loved ones, and all of humanity. So let's continue with an impressive story. Maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. Not everyone knows it. Once again, this happened in Hawaii. Look at this incredible example, and this is really going to blow your mind because it's amazing. In Hawaii, the doctor named Len at the Central Hospital of Hawaii, State of Hawaii, there was a ward with inmates of maximum danger, with mental illnesses. Very, very, very difficult. And it surely wasn't very pleasant to be part of the team that worked there. Surely a lot of people left that job because it was so hard to stay sane in such a difficult job with such difficult people. Dr. Len made an incredible decision. Basically, he decided that he was going to study the files of the inmates, of the people, of the prisoners, without even meeting them personally. He was going to start on an inner level to clear up issues that he read in the files and understand This is a very strong spiritual principle, which is also discussed in a very, very profound way in Judaism. Now, I'll focus on the example of what happened in Hawaii. It differs in Judaism, though there are similarities. This is very interesting and closely relates to our topic, how energy and good intentions can heal remarkably. Therefore, he received basically the medical records of the inmates and basically began to do spiritual, emotional, and psychological work, in which he saw that everything that was written there, he had some of that inside him. Therefore, he basically started to cleanse them, to ask for forgiveness, in a way that it was his fault. I'm saying this in my own words, as I understand it, that because of him, in some way, there's a person suffering and other people suffering in the world. Why? Because he, Dr. Len, understood that he had something to do with it. And he would say, sorry, I'm saying this in my own words. Basically, he would say sorry and he would say, I love you. He loved himself and asked for help, obviously, to be cleansed of all that. And basically there were 4 steps that basically, in summary, Dr. Len basically tried to cleanse from within himself what he read in the report about the patients. Something incredible happened without knowing anyone. And after a period of time, a few years later, the ward for these inmates was closed. Why? Because thank God they improved so much that it was no longer necessary to keep this ward for such dangerous inmates open. It's impressive. Therefore, here we see a story that is well known, obviously well known in Hawaii, surely very, very, very well known, and in the world as well. Not everyone knows them. But basically this person with 4 steps, in a way, cleaned what needed to be cleaned. And that was because of having a good intention to heal that ward. He healed that ward, thank God. Obviously God is the great healer, but this person was a good person to really carry out this period of healing. Until, as I told you before, the ward was closed. Impressive. Therefore, now I want to invite you to do a practical exercise, a very practical one, to try to heal yourself and heal others. As I told you, and I hope this is clear to you, this is not magic, it's not something in the air, it's not building castles in the air. This is spirituality, these are simple things to understand, it's energy, it's science, and as I told you, it's fundamental. First, connect with God, the Creator, the origin of everything. Obviously, you have to understand that the one who truly heals is God, the Creator. We want to excel, as in every part of our lives, in educating our sons and daughters. Or if you are a teacher in your class, or if you are an accountant. Always act ethically with your clients, whether you're a lawyer or in another profession. In the area where you are, if you are a bus or taxi driver, be ethical with your clients, with your passengers. Take them in a safe, proper way, in the best way, and this and that. Follow the traffic laws. In whatever situation you are in, be the best person you can be. And that is also healing. What we do is basically ask God. We obviously have to start this with a prayer to ask God, as I understand it in my own words, to ask God the Creator. For you, your sons and daughters, help me too. Obviously to bring the healing that you, the good energy that you give me to heal myself, to heal others, to help do it better. To be a clean and pure conduit of healing. And that basically through me, that healing light comes and helps others. I said this prayer in my own words. You can use your own words too. Speak from your heart. God loves when you talk to Him. The Creator embraces you every moment, watches over you every moment, even the smallest detail of your life. You are watched over by God every moment with absolute love, and God gives you gifts. He gives you a key, which is a metaphorical key, which is your free will, your ability to choose life, and this is to give life to others. God gives life, but what do you want? Do you want to do good, offer light, energy, healing, and love? That's what it's about. And to feel that our ego is out there far away, there's no issue of ego, not at all, not even. Maybe the person you want to send good energy to knows about this. It's something between you and God. You can tell them if you think that person will be strengthened by knowing that you thought of them and want the best for them. Excellent, perfect, of course. But you can also do it privately with God. Also, however you see fit, God trusts you and gives you the opportunity to choose life, as it says in Hebrew. It is written in the verse in the Torah, and you shall choose life. Impressive. Therefore, now we are going to do a simple exercise. Let's put our hands back on our chest. I'm basically going to give you two options. The first option is the one we mentioned at the beginning, which is right hand over left hand, basically. Breathe. Let's try 4, 7, 8 breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. If it's difficult for you, do it however you can. Something that can help you inhale, it's about pretending that you are smelling the scent of a rose, jasmine, or any flower you like. You hold it, and when you exhale, you can pretend that you are blowing, trying to blow out a candle. Again, we inhale. This is the first option. The second option I want to give you as well. Rub about 15 seconds, 20 seconds with your hands. You can add a slight smile to your face. The fact that you smile also signals your brain that you're calm and okay. You can also do an inhale. Very good. So now, Seth, if you want to bring your hands closer, feel the tingling that you can feel in your hands, or the tickling you might feel. You can move the energy between your hands like a magnet. Feel it. The energy, and basically this energy that you surely feel, you can continue if you want, you can continue, but I'm just explaining to you this energy that you feel. Obviously, it's something that God gives you. You have it within yourself. What did you do? You just rubbed your hands together a little bit. Therefore, the exercise we're going to do can be purely at the level of thought and intention. A light, golden warm, first towards you, a light that surrounds you. You can take it and feel, just have your right hand or your left hand. Feel what I just told you during this exercise, or use it if it helps you energetically. You can also think that you send direct, as if you were an antenna, with your hands as well and your thoughts. That energy, golden because you can feel it in your hands, sense it approaching and draw it in. If you feel pain or warmth in your body, I invite you to, after rubbing your hands, you can place your hands where it hurts, and also think that you are sending that energy, using your hands to send that energy of love to the person you want to send it to. This healing, obviously, as we said, obviously God, the Creator, is the one who truly heals, but we try to be good channels to bring that good energy and healing to others. Judaism, it's well known that we recite Psalms or Tehillim in Hebrew when we also want success in different situations, or healing, or for someone to recover, or for someone to have a Yeshua, to be saved from a situation, or for healing. The Psalms are also something. They have a very, very, very great spiritual power when you read the Psalms. Everything here is, as I mentioned, highly summarized. It's before completing the exercise. to pray to God, to the Creator, to ask Him for guidance and to ask Him for help, to say that you truly want to give love and healing, to be a good, clean channel to help other people. Basically what we said, we can read Psalms, or we can simply also pray with your own words. Ask for what you want to ask for that person, for example, or for yourself for that person. And also, now I'm basically going to do it with my right hand over my left. And basically your whole being is going to be focused on carrying that light. Now we're going to go back to the breath again. Just breathe calmly. I'm going to tell you a bit about what you should try to visualize. And with this, we're basically going to wrap up the class. Breathe using the 4-7-8 method as discussed. Very good, very good. Now try to visualize a light that comes from above, golden, warm, beautiful, full of love, wraps around you. It wraps around you. You have a halo of light that outlines you, surrounds you. Nothing external can enter. Nothing external can enter. It's like an armor of light, stronger than steel, that protects you, that loves you. God embraces you. The Creator sends you this light and embraces you. This light embraces you. And now you try to keep breathing like I taught you, and now try to carry that light. Focus on an area of your life, like a physical area or pain. It doesn't contradict anything. You can go first to something physical or something more emotional. An emotion that hurts you, something that's hard for you, a relationship that needs to be repaired, anything that harms or challenges you, whether physically, spiritually, materially, or emotionally. Try to bring that light to that area, a light that embraces, that's warm, very pleasant, very warm, full of love, full of love. May God send you that light. Very good. This is in your own personal sphere. Obviously, I'm saying this a bit quickly. You can spend a lot of time with this meditation, with this visualization, but I'm trying to explain the effects of the class to you a bit quickly, so that you calmly can do it in your free moments, so you can dedicate time to this meditation. Visualization. And the other is, as I told you, to try to carry on. Then, when you feel strong, when you really feel that you are strong, you are happy, that this light is doing you a lot of good, try to visualize that you are basically emitting this energy towards that person. It doesn't matter if they're thousands of kilometers away. Like we said, energy has no barriers, and your love has no barriers. It has no barriers, it has no distance, your love. Therefore, you can use that energy to think that they're even close to you. Visually, you can imagine that this person you love is sitting or standing in front of you. So there are no geographical barriers. And try to send that light from that nation to that person, focused on what you understand the person needs most, from most to least. First, try to focus on what that person needs the most. Obviously, with a lot of love, a lot of good intentions, asking God to help you help that person. So basically, if God wills, you will be able to feel it in a matter of seconds or minutes, an incredible difference. And God willing, that person will also have it too. If God wills it, they will have it too. Like, surely you've heard stories, like a friend called you and told you that someone in the family has a high fever, and this and that, and you don't know what to do, you're far away. But instead of saying, well, I hope they get better, did you try, for example? Is there an example for you, or for someone you might have heard about, to pray to God, to the Creator, to, as we said, read Psalms, to send them waves of love? And the next day, thank God, they call you and say, you know, His fever dropped on its own in the middle of the night without any medication. We don't understand how, thank God, so this works. So, God willing, let's have the merit not only to think about ourselves, but always to think about how to help others. God gives us the opportunity to correct His world. God created the world a priori from the very beginning, imperfect, to be perfected by you, by me, by all of us, a world to be perfected. In the world, you have to know that it is moving toward perfection, toward total healing, in this perfection that this world is heading for. Obviously, on the way there are ups, there are downs, ups and downs, but always, God is leading the world toward its total perfection, toward its total healing. It's up to us to align ourselves with God, with the Creator, and to want to be His best servant, His best servant. That is, as said in Hebrew, Eved Hashem, one who serves God. In this world, applying what the Torah teaches, obviously studying the Torah, applying the Torah, helping others, and elevating this purely material world. Spiritually, starting with the smallest things. Unfortunately, many people think that being a spiritual person means being someone who distances themselves from material things. They go to a mountain, meditate for a long time, and basically disconnect from humanity and from material things. Obviously, nothing could be further from the truth. God reveals His Torah, His will and desires, through the Holy Torah He gave us on Mount Sinai 3,337 years ago. It's amazing that we continue living it and continue fulfilling it, God willing, always for eternity. It contains many mitzvot, both practical and spiritual. You need to pray, meditate, and sometimes step away. Reflecting, mindset, mindfulness, as it's called today, of course, reflecting is very important. But, as it was said in Hebrew, that's not the ikar. The ikar is, it's not the essence, it's not what's fundamental. What's fundamental is how I help others, how I am strong, why to help others. And therefore here it's something impressive, it's how I elevate the material to a spiritual level, from the smallest thing. Offering water, giving advice, financial aid, and general help to those in need. A neighbor is moving and I help carry boxes. In the car, in the vehicle, that is, from the most routine things, in quotes. Small, there is nothing small. God's world has nothing small, everything is eternal. If you are well aligned with what you do it the best you can. What for? To correct God's world, the Creator's, in the best way you can. With a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of humility. But know that with the humility one should have, of course, you should also know that you have a lot of strength. You have a lot of strength. A humble person is not someone who says, no, I'm worth nothing. No, that's not being humble. A humble person says, everything I have, all the strengths that God gives me, God gives them to me. But I do have those strengths. I'm not a doormat that people step on, and I'm not nothing. No, that's not being humble. Judaism, as I understand it, sees this person as strong, joyful, and energetic. And who does a lot but stays humble? He doesn't believe he's the owner of the world, that he's the one who can do everything. No, clearly he's egocentric, right? The humble person does his best with all his strength, but he knows his strength comes from God, the Creator, and everything he does in the world is to correct, to be a partner of God in His creation, and to fix the world. The best as he can or she can. May we have the merit. If you still haven't joined my beloved community Israel High, I want to invite you here in the video description, just as I told you before at the beginning of the video. There is a possibility that you have the merit to sponsor the Torah that we teach on our channel and that I dedicated to you with humility, God willing. A class in your name, or in the name of a loved one, or for a blessing, for whatever you want, for whatever you need. That is also here in the link here in the video description. You also have the possibility to be part of my community, which is Israel High, for the person who gets a membership. Basically, there are a lot of courses, there are a lot of experts, people who teach different areas in which they really know what they're teaching. Wishing healing, joy, and a good heart to serve God, the Creator, success and blessings.